Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Haven't done a video in quite some time. Just been busy, but I'm back with a review of the products that I have, accessories and products that I have owned and actually kept. This is part two. I did when I first got the truck, bought a few accessories. I still have some of the same old accessories, but upgraded some and added a few. So I wanted to go over with you the products that I've kept. Now you see people on YouTube and other sites, they post products and accessories, and I'm one of them, and because companies send things out to you and they want you to try certain things out and put it on your channel, which is, I think, great. It's a great way to get things out. But I wanted to show you the products that I have bought, or even whether they've sent them to me. Most of them I've bought, but that I've kept because I felt that they were worthy of keeping. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and let's get to the intro. And first, gonna start with the exterior. The first thing you obviously see is this kind of shiny, clear wrap, which basically it's a clear PPF wrap. Again, I have videos on almost all of this, in which I will not only link the videos, but we'll link the products that I'm also reviewing. So this wrap was done by a person I met a while ago. He's here in San Diego. His name is Derrek from Cruising California Auto Detailing, which again, I'll leave all these links below. But this is a STEK, S-T-E-K PPF wrap. And this thing has been awesome, because one of the issues we know about the Cybertruck is that it's stainless steel and has fingerprints everywhere. As you can see, I have no fingerprints, because this is a PPF on it. It's a clear PPF and there's no fingerprints. It has a hydrophobic coating and it just washes it right off. It's awesome. So I recommend people get a PPF for their cars. If it's a car that you love, expensive car, you plan to keep it for a while, and if you wash your own cars like I do, this will save you so much time and hassle, because it just makes it so much easier to wash and keeping it clean. So I'll link my video here, but this PPF wrap has been great. The other thing on the outside here is this vinyl trim. You can see here, it kind of looks like a powder coating that some trucks have here. And when I first got this truck, I was concerned about the plastic part of this, that it could kind of scratch easily, and which is fine, because this is a truck and it's supposed to scratch. Here I was mostly concerned if I'm going to load things in my truck, I'm gonna have scratches here. Again, I have a video on this, but this material from Sliplo, I have pretty much put all around my truck. You can get this all in a package deal. It even covers the hitch cover and back here, but this was really a great option, and it just transformed kind of the way the truck looked, and the protection has been outstanding. I put this on maybe about, I don't know, 8 months ago. Time will tell, because it's vinyl, how long it'll last, but I have not had one issue with this vinyl wrap. It stayed on beautiful. And you get it all the way down here at the side skirts. I mean, it's just really all around the trim of the truck. And they did a really good job out here too. They got essentially even this area here. And of course the top of here too. I mean, they got pretty much everywhere. So that has been a fantastic product that I highly recommend. Now, ordering the whole trim all around it can get expensive, a few $100s. If you get them all together, which I recommend in a package deal, it's actually you save quite a bit of money. But again, I will link that below in the description. Now, the other is these crossbars that I got from Tessstudio. Again, I did have to pay for them. They gave me a discount, but I did have to pay mostly for them. These I haven't really had a chance to use yet, because I use the truck bed. But I got these in case I need to, for example, I have a spare tire in here, which I'll show you. But if I have to take it out and utilize my truck bed and put spare tire or whatever it is out here, skis or whatever it is, I have this there. And I just think it looks good. It makes the truck look rugged, and I like the way it looks, and I've liked it here. And if you're thinking, how does that make it look like from the inside? I do have a cover because it's summertime. Here I do have a lining here that the Cybertruck comes with, just to minimize the heat. But as you can see, it's not really a big deal. Here's the back one here, front one. I mean, it does not obscure your view here of looking out. So that is not an issue if you're thinking about it. So I think that is a great product, and I'll link the video as well. Now these running boards from Tessstudio as well. These are awesome. Not only do I use this, I mean this is in use every single day, and as you can see, I mean there's even some scratches here and there. Yeah, this is a truck. Who cares? But this has been an awesome product. Probably as useful, as handy as this product here, because not only does it help me get inside and out of the car, it helps my kids, helps my aging parents, but it looks freaking cool. It makes the truck look so cool, this design. And I think this design is probably one of the best. Now, I think Tessstudio first came out with this, but there are other manufacturers that also do make this, but I recommend Tessstudios. I'll include my discount link, my code, and my affiliate link. But that is a great product, just to show you the other side of this. But again, really love these crossbars. When I get to the interior, I'll discuss about the camera, the digital review camera that I had. But this is a camera housing, which I think looks awesome. And I did make a video about this. I do use the Pelsee P12 Pro rear view display, which has the camera in there. But as you can see, this camera housing, not only does it look sleek and cool, but it really it covers the camera very well. Other units that are out there kind of expose the camera there, which nothing really happens to it, but this is just really a cool camera housing. It just looks awesome there, especially with the crossbars, and then just looks very rugged. So I'll discuss that a little further, and do again have videos on this and links are working. This was 3D printed. There's a guy from Etsy, his name is Jesse. His company's Flipit 3D. He's been very helpful. I've ordered a few of his camera housings to see which one I like best, and he's always reliable. And so I will provide his information as well. I also was able to get these B-pillar wraps here. Let me zoom out here. Sorry, C-pillar and the B-pillar wraps here, just to protect it. And these have been nice because they don't mess with your cameras, and they've been nice here. And what's interesting here is they actually cover this part down here, which is just plastic. And so it comes with a cover for here. So I mean, this is essentially how you open your door. You just press this. So the fact that it covers this here is really nice. The fact that it covers this here is really nice. It just makes it look like one full unit, which is really nice. And the same thing goes for this here as well. And this was sent to me from Tessstudios, but there's the whole unit there. So really like that product, and it really keeps it from getting scratched. Okay, these are the real carbon fibers side view mirror covers. These have been really great, and they look awesome. The way they make the truck look, especially with me keeping the original stainless steel look, but adding a little bit of shine to it. I got the shiny real carbon stainless steel. These are from Tessstudios. You can get them from other manufacturers, but these are really awesome. They don't have the cover, the protection here. I believe there's another manufacturer that makes it with protection here. I'm not sure if it's Handshow. I can't remember who it is, or if it might be Tessstudio that upgraded it. But there is a unit where you can get a cover here. It was a bit much, I felt, even though I do want the protection. It's a bit much to kind of make the whole. This looks kind of makes it look a little bit more elegant with just having like the two-tone kind of look there. So I just kept this, even though this doesn't always protect it. But I got this because most of the scratches that you get are around this area, or towards the front here. As you can see, this part's indented, so most of the damage, or if you hit something, is going to be here. So this not only looks good, but it protects it, which is really nice. So that can be found at multiple sites, including Tessstudio. Going along with the trim, Sliplo does have this for the bumper, but I decided to go with this BestEVMod bumper cover because they're designed very well and they're thick, and I felt like this will just give it max protection because with me putting my foot on here, here and here, it's just I felt this was a better unit because you're going to be stepping on it so much, and it just has a really cool look, and I'd say design, and it just covers it completely here. So I think that's just a really great unit. And this was from Amazon and made by BestEVMod. Okay, on to the bed. I'm going to open the tonneau to now cover it. Okay, on to the bed of the truck. I just wanted to let you know that Sliplo also comes on top of here, which is nice. Covers this here too. So let's open the tonneau cover up. So a few things I have in here from Amazon. This was a great mat that I got at Amazon. As you can see, it has openings there for the D-rings in there, and it also has a groove right there, so it allows you to open this thing up, which is nice. So that mat was from Amazon, which I will post, but there's a lot of these you can find anywhere. These are not hard to find. What I really like is here, this is a mat that I added to the tailgate here, the inner tailgate, and it's still preserved this area here that I can still open up for emergency release. And there's one that goes right there to the back as well. So that really that covers up the back there. So if you're sliding things in and out, you're covered pretty well. You're protected. So both of these covers I think work well. There's actually something along the lines of this material that they make here. I believe I've reached out to them to get the product and review, which I think would be cool and here, but it's a little bit expensive. I'm not sure if it's really worth it because inside I don't really care about whether it gets scratched, but it would be nice to get it. But I reached out to them; they have not responded to me. It's been quite some time, so it doesn't look like they will respond to me. So, but I think that is that would be a decent product. I think not huge on my list, but it would be nice to have just a full protection. I believe they cover it here and here. I'll try to find the video and link it there at least. Give them some support, even though they haven't responded to me. It is what it is. The other thing is the Cybertruck spare tire, as you can see there. I got that from Tesla. I keep it in my truck just in case if I need to put things in here, which sometimes I do, like a dirt bike or something. I actually can keep the dirt bike, the e-bike or the dirt bike in here without moving this. So it still gives you quite a bit of space. It doesn't take that much space away for most things. Now I'm not someone that uses a truck every day to put in, huge sheets of plywood or anything like that. So if that was the case, I would remove it. But for the most part, I've really only had to remove it once because I returned a big box that was a e-bike. But other than that, I keep that on. I keep this bed divider, which is really cool. This thing works awesome. I have a video on this. This was from Tessstudios, but you can buy it at other manufacturers. It's cool because it has the feet on the bottom. They make it really easy to install. It attaches on the mechanism here where all the other D-rings attach, and it's just so easy to take apart. You literally do that, and that unfolds them in there. You can just remove it, but I'm gonna keep it back in. But that is a cool product just to keep it separated. Why would you need that? It's because if you put in things in here that you don't want it to roll back, that's helpful. I have that tire in here, so most big boxes won't roll back too far, but you have some small things. Like you see my ratchets are down there. I have some ratchets here, so when I put the dirt bike or e-bike over here, I can ratchet it down. Yeah, that is essentially the bed here. And just as you can see here, this has space in here for all my other products and tools. I wanted to talk to you about this product here, which is the center caps. Now I don't really use this anymore because I have the air covers, but Tesla sent out their own, And I have these. These are just so much better than Teslas. I mean, they were a bit expensive, a couple $100, but I believe they're made out of carbon fiber, from what I understand, and they just look so good. They look really good when they're on there, and they're like 4 times as thick as the one from Tesla. The one from Tesla is just really cheap and very thin. Those of you that got the Cybertruck were sent to them, and these are. I mean, they look nice. The Tesla ones, they don't look bad, but they're not as high quality as these ones here. So I'll post this, and I think these are really cool. All right, I found the Cybertruck wheel cap kit. So as you can see, they're not bad looking. They're pretty nice. But I'll show you the difference here. They're nice looking compared to here. But you can see the difference in the I mean, these are just so much thicker than these. And that's kind of the quality. That's what it looks like back there. These just probably, they fit in the same. I don't think one fits in any better, but you can see the difference in quality. So if you don't use the air covers, you wanted ones, I think these are probably out of all the ones that I've seen, I chose these because I just think they're the best looking. So that's it. The Tesla should send you guys these if it doesn't already come with it these days. One more thing I forgot to show you, flagpole here. This again goes on this rail mechanism here, and I'll show you what that looks like. Being on the flagpole that you get, you kind of just get the right one there that kind of goes through. I didn't put it all the way through. I'm not securing this, but I got one that's a little bit shorter, so I usually have to use a stick here to make it longer. But that flagpole I thought was pretty cool. Because when I do go off-roading, it's always good to have your tonneau cover off, so that it, because if you go over bumps and a lot of bumps and a lot of whoops or anything like that, you can sometimes bend the tonneau cover. So it's nice to have it off. When I do go off-roading, I like to put the flag there, so that's kind of nice to have that. Now there are some that you can put on the hitch, but I usually keep the hitch covered unless I'm using it for something like my mountain bike. Attachment. I wanted to show you, which I can't really show you, but I'll post my video, is the Cybertruck. I can't really, it's a Puddle light that I have that shows Cybertruck. I will post that. I'll show you the video of the Puddle lights. Let me see if I can. Now it's pretty sunny here. So again, I'll show you either a pic or yeah, I can't really see it well, but you have to see it more so at night. It's a pretty cool logo. It's from Tessstudio. I'll show you guys more in the video link or just a pic of it. So going on to the interior. So I had this in an original video, and this is from Tessstudio. This is essentially the wrong way. This is essentially the it's something that kind of changes colors when you open the door, and it has a little sensor here that that keeps it on for a little while. If you leave the door open for a while, it'll shut off, which is nice. But this is just to kind of add a little more flavor to your Cybertruck. I'll kind of show you what it looks like here. Okay. So it just lights up. You can have all kinds of different colors, all kinds of different variations of how you want the light to be. You can just have it solid. You can have all kinds of colors. So the reason why I don't have this in there now, because I kept it on for all this time, about a while ago, is that one of them broke, unfortunately. It's the one here, because I have kids, they're always there in the car, and unfortunately, the mechanism, I think they updated, the mechanism just doesn't really, it's supposed to be like magnetic, but it doesn't really stay on that well. I even put some double-sided tape, so it comes off, but you can see this part here kind of got a little bit, I think I don't know if it's just the battery or the component kind of got swelled up there. Here it is, swelled up there, and this one's no longer working. All the other three are working except for this one, so I'm not going to have 3 and 4, so I just decided not to use them. And because it falls out so many times with my kids, I decided not to use it. It doesn't fall out when I get in. It's not an issue for me, but my kids for some reason step on this and it falls out. So okay, on to the interior. All right. So I have these Elecfresh side door containers that I reviewed. I love these. I use these fairly often. Here's the one on mine. I just put things in there that have my kind of more expensive sunglasses in here with the case. I have some gloves in here and other sunglasses that I put in here. and the passenger, of course, has their own there. So I think this is a really great product from Elecfresh. Now, they do have a trash can compartment that goes here, which they also sent me. I used for a little while. It's a great product if you really utilize trash a lot. I just use this thing. I don't have a lot of trash that I have. I'd rather have this area open for my water bottle. And again, from Sliplo, you can see here that they have this one from the interior, and actually covers the bottom here where this sits. So this was really cool. I first got this because I wanted to protect this area down here from putting in mugs, and I also noticed that not mugs, sorry, water balls, and I also noticed the water balls were kind of scratching this area here. So so this is really nice to protect that, and I think this is a really cool feature here. So I'll show you here. This by removing this kind of protects that whole area there. It just doesn't cover this part, and that's where this comes in. These have been awesome. These are from Amazon as well, and I'll post the brand, but some kind of a lettered brand, KSGMFED, but I'll post this. But this has been a great feature. But I like to have this area open for smaller trash and water bottles I use every day, like a water container, water bottle, and whatnot. But I'll show you the trash can. I do have a review on it, but I want to show you what it looks like. Here, and Elecfresh has it, and kind of it inserts itself into here. I can't remember how. I have a video on this on how to use it. It's good, but it has padding here. It does go in well, but it just doesn't. It just kind of takes away this space over here. And you can watch my video on it to see if you're someone that you think that you'll utilize trash or even more storage. I think this will be a great option for you. And it's not like it's a bad product or anything, but it's very deep. But I just don't really feel that I need it, because I'd rather have just a space. So I went without it. But this product is outstanding. I really love having it. And it just looks like it's so it just looks like it belongs there. So it's kind of cool. Hey, the other option on my list here is actually from Elecfresh. I've bought a few of these door inserts. I just could not find one that was good, because just the way they're inserted, some just didn't insert right. They weren't long, they weren't deep enough, or they would just pop out because you have to put them in from the bottom. This from Elecfresh is the best I've found, and I highly recommend it. So it has this nice padding here, and as you may have known, this in Cybertruck it's just open here. But I like to use sometimes my cell phone or something else in here. This has been fantastic. It doesn't rattle, it doesn't move, you don't hear anything. It fits in perfectly. You can push hard on it and throw whatever you want in there. It's not going to go down. So this is a fantastic unit from Elecfresh. I've had a lot of products from Elecfresh. I've been working with them, and they've been sending me some great products. I chose to continue working with them because of how good their products were. And they're simply on Amazon. They have their own store, but I highly recommend their product. This was Elecfresh here, and I'll show you some more Elecfresh products. By the way, this also goes for all four doors, not just the front two. So that one's designed for the rear as well. I'll show you. Here's the rear here. This is the rear, and same kind of thing. It's a little bit longer and just as deep, and works just as well. Hey guys, next thing I wanted to talk to you about is this under screen storage. I think this thing is just so cool. I've had different under screen storages. I've had this one here initially. I believe this was by BestEVMod. I review this again. I tell you everything about it. This was fine, but things would just fall off every time I sped up and floored it. This has been actually very cool. I just like the way this looks. It just feels, it looks like it belongs. Like Tesla should just came out with one of these. I don't know why they didn't include it. I think Rivian includes, so long as I don't know why Tesla just didn't include it. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Put my sunglasses in there, and it's nice that it has this lip here. Now, if you floor it really hard, yeah, it might fly out. I showed you a video about how I floor it, and it just stays put because I think it's also a little bit angulated as well over here. And the way it's snapped on is just really easy there. I think it's a great product. Elecfresh makes this. They are the I was going to be sent this from Elecfresh, but Amazon's a little weird. There's some third-party companies that work on behalf of Elecfresh and others, so they sent me this. But I believe Elecfresh is either working on this or not come out with this. Other manufacturers like Tessstudios have it as well. So there's a lot of brands that are coming up with this, and you can find this all over Amazon. I'll leave the link, of course. But I think this is a great accessory. Moving on down here, as you can see, I have this mat that pretty much most people have on their Teslas. This is not anything new here, but we put a charging mat on here just so it doesn't scratch it up. It's just more of a smooth look, which I think most of you guys that have Teslas will get this. These are very cheap, can be found on Amazon. What I've been wanting to do is have a little more storage here, and sometimes if things were to fall out from here, I kind of wanted more storage here, which is kind of nice. This is nice because you have this divider here. You have this kind of cool material, and you can fit your sunglasses in here as well. So this is kind of a cool place here to add this. And I found that this was nice because I tried different products to put here. They just don't look that good, or they took up a lot of space. This is nice because it doesn't take up that much space. It does have. You do have to use some tape there to attach it. I believe somewhere around these areas and in here, but it doesn't. To me, it did not seem like a big deal. It's not going to ruin this plastic. I did buy this product, which I thought was very cool, because this product, as you can see, there's no tape. It doesn't require any tape. And I'll link this as well. And depending on whether you want something bigger, I just felt like this was just too big, and just it just kind of sticks out here, depending on how your thighs are. If you kind of want this extra space here, this kind of takes it up. But this is actually a cool product, and it gives you some. A sunglass holder here. You can put cards here. It's a cool setup, and it has this mechanism here where you can attach it without any tape. So I thought this was a cool product, but I ended up not using it because I wanted something a little more simplified. I wanted something like this that was just it's sleek. It doesn't take up too much space on my knees here. And I just felt this worked better for me. You guys, it might be different for you guys, but yeah. So I will again post that. It is from Tessstudio, I believe, from Amazon. I'll post that. Just kind of going back to this underscreen storage. For those of you that had the tilting mechanism that allows you to tilt the display, you can't put the storage in here, and there's two reasons why I don't have that unit. Even though I think it's great to have that tilt, I wish this thing tilted. And I bet you in Cybertruck's next iteration, they're gonna have this tilt just like they did with the Model S. And I had the same problem. I bought the first year 2021 Model S, and I had the same problem. After a year, they added it. I don't know why. I think that was the biggest issue. That and not having a rear view display was a biggest issue that Tesla screwed up on. And Tesla, you guys should know better. You should have added a tilting screen, but they didn't. And that mechanism, I didn't buy it because of two reasons. Because I like having under storage display here, and it brings down the screen about 1.5, I believe, 1.5 or 2 inches or so. It brings down the screen, and that just was not acceptable for me. I just did not want that. It's a great product for you guys that don't really care, depending on where you sit in your seat position. You may not care, and that, I think that is a fantastic product. There's a lot of places that make it, like Teststudios, and there's a lot of other places that have that. So I highly recommend that product if you don't care about storage, center storage, or that it's brought down about 1.5 inches or so. It just wasn't for me, so I decided not to go with that unit. Coming up here to the display, the rear view display. This has been a really cool feature. Again, Tesla should have come up with this. There's just no excuse, Tesla. I mean, when you're driving here, you get the digital display that comes up here, and you can move it to make it a little bigger. They sent an update where it gets bigger here, which is fine. It's fine. I'll kind of show you that right now. So here it is small. I'm parked. It gets a little bigger when this thing goes away, but you can move it here, and it gets bigger, which is nice, you know. And when you move the display here, you can put it in the center. This is a different size than what it is up here, oddly enough, and it's a little bigger than what it is when it's down here. But you know, it's fine. It renders well. It's just, you know, it's small for some people. You know, I'm aging, and so my eyes are not as good as they used to be. And this is just a 12-inch display. This is just really nice. And you know, it doesn't have the best night vision, but this is also a dash cam, and it works fine. You know, I'm able to see who's behind me. It's a much bigger display, and what's nice now is I have two different cameras. I have a camera that is on my tailgate, and I have a camera that's on top of my truck looking down on my tailgate. If I wanted to look inside my bed, if my bed is open, my tonneau cover is open, I have this here. If my tailgate's down for whatever reason, then I can't see because this camera's pointing to the ground. I have this, and I have this here. So this is a really important product in my opinion. And my biggest two reservations of the Cybertruck, even though I love this truck, I really don't have many complaints, and it's been very reliable. My two biggest issues is you should have added a tilting screen. You should have added this. I mean, there's no excuse, Tesla. There's absolutely no excuse. You know, and I think they rushed it, and you know, again, I love Tesla, I love the truck, but sometimes you skimp out, and this is not an area you should have skimped out at. There's so many cars at $100,000 range that have this. There's no excuse that you don't have this, none. There are other manufacturers that make this. They make a digital display. It's typically smaller than this, but I know that some have tried to upgrade them to make them a bit bigger, but this is still the biggest. And the other ones utilize it's a little bit cleaner install because this, again, it goes on your existing camera, and so the other ones have it kind of goes all through here. The wires go through here. It's a cleaner look, and it goes all through here, and then you can kind of install them, and so you don't see in the wires. But I did try a unit like that out, and I just did not have success with it. I tried everything. I really did. And you can see some other YouTubers that also tried. They put holes in here because, you know, you can close this, but if you try to move this up here, it'll snap off. And it just wasn't acceptable for me. You know, I did not want to mess with the structure, and I actually ended up cutting one of the wires here for the GPS when I was installing it. And I know all these units, they require you to run things through here and here, and which is fine if you're good at that. If you don't care about that, and you don't, you know, you take the risk of kind of obstructing some of your GPS if you don't put it in right, or messing with some of this here, that's fine. Go with that. I think it's a great product that they make, and have a cleaner look. This look here, with just utilizing this and with having just this one strand wire, only I can really see it as the driver. Most really can't see it when you're sitting anywhere else, so it's not a big deal, and it doesn't look bad in my opinion. So I just didn't really care. It's a truck. Like, who cares, you know? And so I have a video on the install process of this. It just made it so much easier to have this to run it by, and I get this big old display that really nobody else has. This is a Pelsee P12 Pro. There's the Wolf box that you can buy. There's all kinds of, and I showed you the camera housing and the camera that comes with it, and I have the install process of of what it is. But this is also a dash cam. This is also a dash cam. It records in 4K in the front and 2K in the back. That's one reason why I also like this, because of the recording. Resolution is actually very good. I wish it actually rendered and displayed in 4K or 2K, but it doesn't. That's only, when you see that, it's only in recording. Really important for you guys to understand that. You're not going to get 4K or 2K display. The best you're going to get is probably 1080p or 7. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I don't want to comment on it, but that's the best you're going to get out of the display. But it's fine. It does the job. And what's great about this, as opposed to the other ones that are made for the Tesla, is that this has the front camera is built in. You don't have to attach the front camera here and put the wiring in here. It's just right there. It's built in, which makes it really nice. So you can kind of move through and look at the front. You can have a dual display, and they all do this, but you're not minimizing or you're not sacrificing any issues with getting this camera. You get a big size, relatively much easier install, much easier install process. You don't have to go in here, and you don't have to put, go and access the wirings in there. It's just an easy process. So I highly recommend this for Cybertruck owners, and the camera housing and the camera up there. There's a guy that does it, which I stated earlier, Flipit 3D, Jesse. Just send him the 3D program that I have linked, and he can make it for you. Otherwise, a really great product. The other one is these speaker covers here. BestEVMod sent me these, and I thought they looked really cool, and I was using them for a while, and I also had them down here because I thought this would protect this here. I ended up removing the ones down here, and I'll tell you why. It kind of looks weird to have them here but not here, and I'm considering removing all of them, but and I'll tell you why exactly. But they also have it for the back, which is really cool too. I'm not removing these; just look really cool. I didn't want to remove them, but just adds a kind of little more premium look to it. Again, your taste. But the reason why I moved this, or I took this off, is because this is where your side view detection is. You get a red light that pops up here when you're approaching a car, and when the piece was on there, it covers that up. And I just didn't want to lose that safety feature, because my wife sometimes drives this car, maybe my kids eventually would drive this car. I just did not want to lose that safety feature. So when I'm approaching a car, it's your lane warning system that turns red. Again, if you don't really utilize that, if you're only driving the truck, you don't care, you'd rather have something that looks cool, by all means, this is a great product by BestEVMod. But that's the reason why. And I really wanted to protect my protect it here, but because I hit it so much, the glue was kind of coming off and it was kind of getting loose, and it kind of took that premium look away. So the one here did not come off, obviously, because there's not as many people going in and out of that. But if you have a better way of or better tape, sorry, I said glue, I meant tape. A better tape that can keep that on, then by all means use it. But that's the reason why I took those off. Back to the center console. All right, so I have this really cool center console here that I think has worked really well. I used to have the ones that kind of look like the OEM one, but they would just scratch up significantly, and I really didn't. I kind of feel like I'm gonna have to replace this every once in a while. And this material, whatever this material is, it just works well. This is kind of an area where you can put a cell phone here. And what's cool is that this gets the back. I've been looking for something that gets the back and it's kind of flush with this, but the only one I found was a carbon fiber one, which I don't want carbon fiber here. I mean, it's, again, if you want carbon fiber, not a big deal. I just didn't want it. But the other ones that are kind of more of the same consistency as the previous or as original, they just scratch up a lot. This, I've had it for, I believe, like a couple months now, just no scratches anywhere. This is really good material. I highly recommend this product. As you can see, it is here too. Let me show you what it looks like from the back. Here it is from the back. Again, it looks really cool. It doesn't, the material looks awesome. It looks a bit, honestly, it looks a bit more premium. You got some stitching here all the way through. I think it's a very good product. You're wondering what the back part of it is. Again, just a very thin lip that goes here, but it holds it very well. Really, again, premium looking product, really nice. I highly recommend it. Back to center console, or continuing with center console, I should say. I don't use anything here to cover this up. I know it may scratch it, but I haven't found anything really to cover this up. I have some insert here that kind of keeps this from getting dirty. I can easily clean it, which is really all I need. I just felt that anything I put in here will make this smaller. All the ones inserts, I'm just make it smaller. I don't really like it, so I just keep this just with inserts. This product from Elecfresh, I'm sorry, from I believe it's from Tessstudio. Let me just double check here. Yeah, from Tessstudio. Now, other manufacturers are making this, but this is awesome. This is basically I've been looking for this for quite some time. And what this product is that it has these retractable USB-Cs, which is awesome, especially now that the iPhone got their crap together and moved away from the proprietary. Now my wife's and my daughter's phone can match mine and my son's Android phones, and we don't need two different cords here. So it has one here and it has one here. As you can see, it is actually hidden, so you can pop it out and pull it. And these are just really cool. They're retractable. They go pretty far, you know, so it's actually nice. And they're retractable, and so you don't have all these cords hanging over here, which is good. If you notice my truck, I don't have cords hanging down. I don't have any cords, which is I love. I hate having cords. Like in the back seat, I'll show you. I have cords, unfortunately. I wish they would make something for the back. But this also has an outlet. This also has an outlet, as you can see here, and that's because this plugs into the outlet that's down in here, and so you don't have to, you know, bring an outlet down here and plug it all the way back in here. You guys all know there's an outlet that is in, sorry, there's an outlet that's all the way in here, and you don't have to bring this up and do that, which is really, really nice. So that is really cool. And what I did here is I suggest you guys do this. I actually put a power bar in here, and to the outlet, and I have this thing connected to the power bar, because I can also add USBs to this power bar. This power bar has USB and plug, so I can add more things to this if I wanted to. But obviously, if I need to attach something like a laptop or something like that, I can just put it through here. So that is really nice, and I think this has been a really great product. It just the way it sits here is just so nice. It just kind of looks like it's part of the unit. So I highly recommend this. You can get it at Teststudios, you can get it other places, but Teststudio is the one that sent this here. I'll include their link. But this is a great product here. The other product here is, as you saw, is this this here from Elecfresh. Let's see what's blocking this. Is this product here from Elecfresh? This is a really cool product. So this has different sizes of USBs here. Let me get it a little closer. Different size USBs here. And what's cool is that you can, you have your tray here, and you can open this up. You can open this up. Now, the only problem is when you open up, things might kind of fly out, but when you open this up, you can get to the contents inside. I can easily get to here to break my window if I wanted to, cut my seatbelt. I just have that sitting in here, very easy to get to. And the only problem again is, these things move around, but they don't really move around as much as I thought they would. This is a fast charger here, this USB-C. What's cool also is that there's a light. You can press this and it turns on a light. You can't see it well because it's daytime, but you can also kind of see that these turn green. So this is actually a very cool unit from Elecfresh, once again. And what's cool is that I have my Joa charger here kind of wired all the way down, back down there, down here, coming to the back here, and then up here, and then I just plug it into one of these when I need it. So what's cool is that when I want it to charge, I plug it in here when I want it to charge, and then when I put my phone on Joa, it charges. When I don't want to charge, I just unplug it. But it's all hidden. I don't have to, it's not showing any wires anywhere here. It's all seamless and hidden, which is really cool. I'm gonna talk to you more about this. I'm getting the mag back to try this out, but that was still gonna be my connection, and I think this really works well. Now the only problem is when you do have something plugged in like the way I have it, you can try to get it out of the way, but it'll be sometimes hard to open. So you can just unplug it and just open this, and it's just such easy access to get to the bottom here. So I really like this unit because of the easy access, because it has the USBs here. You can even put things on top of here if you wanted to. It's just a really great unit from Elecfresh, and they make one for the back. There are other things. There are other ones that I've units that I've tried. The ones that comes with Tesla, it's just very plain. There's this unit here that has the 3-in-1 kind of situation. Actually, I believe this is from Tesla. This is from Tesla. But there's this one here. I believe that has a 3-in-1. I don't know if I have them all here, but You know, the problem is you gotta move, take one off, and you know, look full, and then just take that one off. It's not convenient. This is just so much more convenient. It utilizes the entire space there. I don't need 3 layers, and I want easy access. Like for example, I have some things that are up here that I may need to grab easily, and you know, the fact that I can just do this and grab them is huge instead of having to pull it out. That's, to me, very important. So just so you guys know, you know, if you're considering ones, I mean, this is a great unit, nothing wrong with this if you don't really care about having easy access, but I think it's all about the easy access. And this is a great unit here. I mean, it has all these different compartments that you can keep things through. You know, have my light and knife and a lot of different things. So I think this is a really great unit. Highly recommend it. So they do have one that goes for the back. Okay, this is the one for the back. Again, it's a really cool looking unit. Again, it's from Elecfresh. They do a really great job. It does plug into the wire system down here, as you can see there, and you can kind of tuck away the wires there. But it gives you 4 instead of the 2. And you still preserve your outlet here. You still have your outlet that you can use here. You know, that's still open, but you have now all these USBs here. You have USB-C. You have your other larger USBs here. You have the light as well. You can't see it because of the it's daytime, but yeah. So that's actually great. But this is what I don't like. I don't like wires. You know, this is wire sitting here for my kids. I don't like that. I really love that system up front where it's all retractable. I would definitely recommend that Elecfresh or other manufacturers that come up with this kind of try to make up have system where we have the ability to plug in, but at the same time have retractable ones. I think that is really useful. So you don't have wires hanging out like this. With the center console theme here, I have this again from Elecfresh. This is a really cool unit that I've kept here. I like not putting things there. I like this open space. I use this a lot. I've seen some of you put in the tracks on the bottom, or even cover this this stainless steel looking whatever it is here. I think it just looks cool. The space that I have here is awesome. I have this extra storage here if I wanted. It's down here. But I also have room for more drinks. I have containers. I have a couple of those here, but I also have for my bigger water bottles. I have them there. This just adds another unit there. So I really like this, and you can move this around. You can take this up and put it up front and have the space back here. So you can kind of twist it around, move it up front. I kept it here, and I put a like a Velcro thing here, so it doesn't move around too much. It does a good job of not moving too much, but when you do, this is Cybertruck. When I floor it, this can move around. So this no longer moves because I put the Velcro double-sided some tape there, and the Velcro that keeps it in place. Doesn't damage your car in any way, and that really holds it on there. So that does not move. They do make one for the back. Okay, so this sits down here, and it has a mechanism where you put in the hooks here, and then it attaches to this here. Now, I found that with this going bumping down, this kind of can come off. Again, you can fix that problem with putting the double-sided tape here. Reason why I don't use this all the time, I've kept it, but I don't use it all the time because it does take away from space. When my kids, all 3 kids have set up here, it just take away from space and when putting their feet here, which is unfortunate. It just kind of sticks out a little too much, even though I keep this in my frunk because for long trips, I want it here. And what's great is that I can put it like this over here, so they can still stretch out their feet, but I still can keep it here. So on long trips, I can use this. You can use it for storage. You can use it for as a cup holder as well. And that's why I keep it in my frunk, just in case if I need to use it, this thing stays in my frunk. So that is a case use scenario for having the rear one. And again, I just keep it in my frunk here for whenever I need it. And it's been great. That's where it lives, and it uses once in a while. Guys, next thing is this Underseat storage safe. This thing is awesome. This thing's from Tessstudio, but you can get it from other manufacturers. This thing is bolted on. It's the mechanism for just unscrewing the seat bolts and moving it. It was so easy. Like, please don't let this scary. Watch my video. It is so incredibly easy. All you need is a ratchet wrench and remove 4 bolts, and that's it. It just, the seat just comes off of the railing, and this goes underneath, and the seat goes right back on, screws go back on, and that's it. It is literally 20-30 minutes and you're done installing this. Don't be scared about the installation. As long as you have the right tools, you should be fine. So this is really great. Now I have another product to review. I did have just regular storage here, which I'll show you. Once again, Elecfresh has this underseat storage. I mean, there's a lot of people that make this, not just Elecfresh, but Elecfresh is the one that sent this to me. Again, open it up here. I have some wipes. It goes underneath the seat. It has the padding on the sides there. It's a nice product. It goes right back in. It doesn't move. It doesn't come out. That's great. That's what I used to have in the front, in the driver's seat as well, until I got the safe, and I'll show you more about that. I guess under storage safe here. This is great. You know, it's biometric, so fingerprint activated, and then unlock and then open. Okay, and you can put whatever you want. I don't want to show you what's in there, but you can put whatever you want in there. It's you can watch my video about what's inside and what's in there, but just lock, and it's not going anywhere. This thing is bolted on. So this is a awesome not only for storage compartment, for putting in valuables. If you want to put in weapons, put in valuable whatever it is you're carrying on, watches, anything like that, this thing is awesome. So I highly recommend this product. Got it from Tessstudio. I believe other manufacturers make it, but I'm going to leave the Tessstudio link. This is the Joa wireless charger mount. I kind of told you that I utilize this all the time. I put my phone up here when I'm driving, because you know there's a camera here for the auto for FSD, which is really sometimes annoying because I want to answer just a text or just look at something real quick. I'm in autopilot. It's like there's nothing's gonna happen if I take out my eyes away for 5 to 10 seconds, but it nudges you. So having it here, which is actually not only is it it allows you to kind of just look at your phone, but without activating this stupid camera, but you can also have a visual of the road, which is, for safety reasons, is great. You can kind of take 5 to 10 seconds to do what you need, and you have the visualization of the road, and it charges. And the reason why I got this, what's cool about this is that if I want the clean look of my Cybertruck, I don't want this, I just fold it back. And I just fold it back, and it pushes in, it comes out, and it's gone. And that is what's really cool about this Joe, and I highly recommend this product. The reason why I'm going to try out the Magback, I bought the Magback, is because one of the issues I have with this, because it's, you know, it moves like this. It's even though it's attached back here, it moves. Sometimes if I'm charging, and I'm in an area where I'm kind of going over bumps here and there, and the screen is on, it'll sometimes turn off the screen, or the charge will kind of mess up a little bit. That might also be the case that I have. I have a case that I use a Google Pixel Pro 9 Fold phone, and I have a case that has a MagSafe kind of ring around it. It could be the case as well, I don't know, but I just want to try other options because the Magback is affixed here. And so I have that on order. It's coming. I'm going to see how that works. A lot of people use the Magback. They like it, but I still think this is a great product. And what's great about this is, look, you can move it here. You can't do that with the Magback. You can move here. I can put my phone here. I can make it landscape. I can make it just the vertical portrait view. I can do whatever I want. And again, this goes in, it goes out. Like it has a lot of versatility to it. It's a really great unit. I highly recommend this unit from Joa. But again, the reason why I'm trying the Magback is just because I just want to see how well that performs with the charging, and whether it turns my screen off when I go over bumps. But we'll see how that goes. So while we're here, I have this. You can see, if you notice, there was a storage thing here. The reason why this is cool is because it also acts as a tray. When I'm supercharging, if I wanted to eat or watch something on my phone, if I didn't want to watch YouTube here, this is a tray that kind of goes here. I just recently got this. I haven't really used it that much. I don't supercharge hardly that often. It's only when I'm going somewhere, taking my kids to their tournaments that's out of town or something, is when I use this. But this is actually kind of cool. It's a tray that you use when you're supercharging. Put your phone on there, put your food on there, and when you're not using it, it acts like a storage device where you can put your phone, which is really cool. And you can, it doesn't really get in the way of your seatbelt, but it doesn't mess with your foot space. You can move it along wherever you want, and it's really cool. It's another storage area for your phone or whatever else you want to put in here that's this thin. Really great product. I highly recommend it. Okay, next thing is these pillows, which are really cool for those of you that like to have kind of more so neck protection. I think these seats do a great job as far as just having it in your head. So if you just want this to rest your head on, it's fine. But I sometimes will want protection from around my neck area. So it sits a little bit on the lower side. And and it's cool how it says Tesla here. I have a video on this to kind of show you. I recommend this product if you want, if you're interested in pillows. They're from Coolco and on Amazon. Last product is again, and you can find this anywhere on Amazon, but a screen protector on here. And I just think it's really helpful in case you, this is a tempered glass screen protector. It has not affected my screen anyway. I heard one video that these may not be recommended or Tesla doesn't want you. I have not heard that. Someone on YouTube said that. I don't know, I haven't validated that, but I see no issues. It's a screen, and this actually has helped me. Let me show you the back, how it's already helped me. My son, who's a basketball player, has a big basketball bag, had come in, and he and his backpack was here, and it dropped. The big metal water bottle dropped and hit this. Luckily, I have a screen protector on. This damage here is only to the screen protector, not to my screen. So I'll wait maybe a little bit, but I have one new. I'll get a new one if it starts cracking. But you can see here that I peeled it off a little bit to look. It only affected my screen protector. So that is helpful. Again, if you have kids, you have no idea what's going to hit your screens. And just be safe. So I do recommend getting these for the front and back. Guys, that is. All right, guys. One thing I forgot to mention here is the OEM light bar that came with my Cybertruck because I got the Cyber Beast. This thing is awesome. I have a video that shows how this works with the ditch lights. And this was a fairly easy setup. Which I kind of discussed in my video, which I'll link. It just kind of goes underneath the other side there, but there's some connectors there, and the way you activate them is really just go to your lights here, and kind of when you scroll down here, you can see you have your ditch lights that kind of go out to the sides, and then your front floodlights, and you can have both on. You can have just your floodlights or just a ditch light or both. And this actually is a cool feature. You can see me demonstrate it in my other video, but that is the last accessory that I wanted to discuss. This I didn't buy this. I actually did buy it because I bought the Cybertruck, but this came with the Cyber Beast. I definitely recommend it. There are other lights out there that may be brighter, but I just like how this integrates in the car, and I think the other ones will integrate in the car if you put it if you attach it to the right wires. But I don't know if they can have the same functionality like the ditch lights and whatnot, and I don't know if they're gonna have the same look. You've seen you can look on YouTube for all the aftermarket ones, but this is just so sleek, and the way this is made for this car by Tesla. And it doesn't sit on top of here so there's some that utilize this area here, and so you can't put crossbars on there, and so the fact that this here just sits there, it's actually glued on. I want to be transparent. Initially, when they first put this on, I did have a problem. The edges here kind of were coming off the glue, so they went back and they fixed it by putting a stronger glue on there. They realized, because this is all new to them, they realized that the glue they were using, probably the same glue that they used here, because there was a recall on this, probably wasn't strong enough. So they put a stronger glue. I have not had any problems with this. The glue has not come off. It's been awesome. But just know that for a bit of information. But this is glued on as opposed to bolted on. But you can, the trade-off is you can see how sleek it is. And the ditch lights are awesome. You can see kind of how the lights are, they come out versus the ones in the middle, they just go forward. But go ahead and look at my video and get a good sense of what it looks like. Guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching the video and looking at all the Cybertruck accessories. I'm gonna make a video on my 1-year review. Guys, forget what all the garbage in the media says about this truck. This is a freaking phenomenal truck. Just awesome. And the fact that you can accessorize it like this, just like you can an iPhone, or it's just awesome. And it's just, I've really thoroughly enjoyed having this truck and kind of getting some accessories. Obviously these cost money. I get that. Not everybody can afford it. But you don't have to get all these accessories. And so I just show you what I've used for this truck, what I like. I think it's important, instead of just showing you a review of something someone sends to me, which is, I think, completely fine, because I'm one of those. I do get sent things, I do make videos on that, but this is a video from my honest review about what I've kept, what I feel is a good product that I want to keep in my Cybertruck. So hope that helps you guys out. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment, and I appreciate you. Thank you.